guys, it's Zoe. So today I'm going to be doing a random book haul. I'm filming this on Thursday. When you guys see this on Friday, it's going to be my last day at my current job. I've been there for about 6 years now. One of the people on the one shift, we talk about books all the time. I give him a lot of recommendations. He was super generous and he gave me a $50 gift card to Chapters. Thank you so much, Jimmy. It means so much. You're awesome. I also had $50 worth of plum points from Chapters. I had a grand total of $100, so naturally I went and I spent about $150, but here is what I got. The first book is The Season by Jonah Lisa Dyer and Melissa Dyer. By Jonah Lisa Dyer and Stephen Dyer. I kept seeing this one around. I haven't heard much hype about it, but I've seen it at Chapters quite a few times. I guess it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling. It's about this girl. She's a soccer star, but she's gotten into a little bit of trouble, and her family says that she either has to become a debutante and prove that she can be a proper lady, or she is getting the boot from the family. I absolutely love retellings, and this seems like the kind of cute, contemporary, fluffy read that I need when I'm in the middle of a fantasy marathon and I just need to get away from it a little bit. I think this is gonna be really cute. I have high hopes for this one. The next book I have is a signed first edition of God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. This is the second book of the Nevernight Chronicle. I haven't read the first one. They didn't have a hardcover version of it, and they only had a paperback one, and I kind of want to get them both in hardcover, so I ordered that one. It should be here sometime next week, I think. I hope. The first book, Nevernight, follows a character named Mia. She's the daughter of an executed traitor, and she becomes apprenticed to a group of assassins known as the Red Church. Her goal is to get vengeance on the powers that killed her family. It kind of gives me a bit of a Throne of Glass vibe because she's in this contest where she has to beat the other students, and if she does, she will be inducted into this group of assassins, and I'm not mad about that. I love the Throne of Glass series, and if it is anything like the first book, I am going to be a happy person. When I get to the first one, and then eventually get to this one, I have really high expectations. It seems like the kind of story that I can just get right into. The next book I got was The Crown's Fate by Evelyn Skye. This is the sequel to The Crown's Game. It is set in Imperial Russia, and it follows the characters Pasha, Vika, and Nikolai. I don't want to get too much into this one because there's the chance that it will spoil the ending of the first one, but I really liked the first one. In The Crown's Game, Vika and Nikolai are competing in a duel of magical skill. The winner becomes the Imperial Enchanter and the Tsar's closest advisor, and the other one is killed. I was a big fan of it, and the ending left so many questions that I hope are answered in The Crown's Fate. And again with this one, I am super excited, and I cannot wait until January when I can start reading books that aren't on my TBR again. The next one I got was The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale, the first of the books of Byron. I really don't know much about this one. It was forced upon me. I had no choice. It was just put into my pile. From what I can see, it follows a girl named Annie? I'm gonna go with Annie, who is on her way to be married off in a foreign land, and she's betrayed by her lady-in-waiting. But Annie has the power to speak with animals. Animals. I'm hilarious. And she must hide in plain sight until she can reveal who she really is and take back her rightful throne. This has been highly recommended to me. I'm super excited for it. It's another one of those fantasy novels that I think I can get right into. I've also been told that I need to listen to this on audiobook as it is a full cast and it's just a much better experience than a normal audiobook. I'm excited. The next one I got is Scarlet, the second book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. This one is a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, which is not something that I've seen often before, so I'm really excited to get into this one. This follows the story of Scarlet, whose grandmother is missing, and she encounters a character named Wolf, who may or may not have information on her missing grandmother. Along the way, they encounter Cinder from the first book, and they must work together to keep one step ahead of Queen Lavanna, who will do anything she can to get her hands on Prince Kai and marry him, which basically means he'll be her prisoner. I'm really excited for this one. Cinder wasn't usually something that I would go for because it's more of a sci-fi. She's a cyborg and that's not really something I'm usually into, but I really liked it, so I'm excited to see where the series continues with Scarlet. The next book I got is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This is the third book in the Grishaverse trilogy. I read the first one, Shadow and Bone, about a year ago, and then I reread it in November so I could read the second one, Siege and Storm, and I absolutely love this entire series. The series follows a girl named Alina Starkov, who is a sun summoner, and she is believed to be the only one who can banish the Shadowfold. She is a practitioner of the small science. Basically, she's capable of summoning light that is as bright as the sun, basically the sun. The first book follows her journey as she recognizes and accepts the fact that she is the sun summoner, the prophesized person who can banish the Shadowfold, which is basically a sea of darkness that has separated her country of Ravka for countless years. It's literally split the country in half. Think of the Berlin Wall with East and West Berlin or East and West Germany, that kind of thing. Again, I don't want to get too much into the third book or the second book because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I highly recommend this book, this entire series, and Six of Crows, Leigh Bardugo's other series that's set in the same world, to anyone that loves fantasy. Even if you really don't love fantasy, I think you'll like this. The final book I got is Speak Easy, Speak Love by Mikkel George. Surprise! Another retelling. This one is a retelling of Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, and it's set in the 1920s Prohibition era. It follows a character named Beatrice who finds out that her cousin Hero is running a speakeasy out of their basement. It's not a good idea. It's not smart. Kind of illegal. We follow them over their summer. I don't know which year it's set in. I don't really think it matters, just that it's in the 20s Prohibition era, where they seemingly get into a whole bunch of shenanigans. There are cops chasing after them, their rivals are coming after them. It's just one big mess. The best part is on the back, a little blurb back here, it says, Speak Easy, Speak Love is a book nerd's dream. Well, your girl Zoe here really says it in her name. She's a book nerd, so it's gotta be her dream. I now have high expectations, even higher than I did. It's gotta be good. If it's not good, Mackenzie Lee was lying to me, and I love The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, so I'm gonna take her word for it that I am gonna love this one too. So that's it for my random book haul. This is a normal occurrence in my life. Expect to see a lot of these kind of videos because I have a book buying problem. I am a book addict, I know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked, please subscribe down below and give it a big thumbs up. If you read any of these books, let me know down in the comments what you thought about them. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at Your Book Nerd Zoe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!